Hey YouTube, what is going on? It is JackCR back here with another video, and today I'm actually excited for this video. It's going to be the first of a series of videos, and I'm going to be teaching you guys in depth how to play Pekka versus every matchup in the game that's pretty difficult for Pekka. So today I was just pushing some ladder. I pushed up to 6800 without with no losses from 6600. I was trying to get the Legendary King's chest. I ended up getting a few after I got to like 6850, but yeah. I faced Logbait a lot today, and I know a lot of people struggle with Logbait, and I was able to beat it all 3 times I played it. So I wanted to go over those replays, and then after I go over those replays, explain in depth what's in my head and what you guys should be looking to do. I'll be playing with some top Logbait players, 1 or 2 games to show you guys some live action as well. So we'll hop straight into those replays in just a second. Make sure that if you guys enjoy these videos to drop a like, subscribe, comment down below, help my channel grow out, help the algorithm recommend this to more people. And yeah, without further ado, we'll hop into the first game against Raouf Zuaid. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm sorry if I butchered his name. But yeah, I'm playing the Dark Prince version. The Ghost version is pretty similar to the Dark Prince version, so um, yeah, I think you guys should be able to translate it. So he starts out with an Ice Spirit and a Goblin Barrel, and I didn't want the Ice Spirit connecting. I didn't know he had played them like inside, so I just go with my Dark Prince. Always want to be placing it. I know you guys can't see on the replays. Always want to be placing it on the left side of the tower in the middle. Um, on the left side, like on the left tower, place it on the left side. On the tower, place it on the right side so that it kills the goblins the quickest. So I placed it on the right side. He put them all on the right side, which helped me out, limit the damage. And I went Bandit to block the Ice Spirit because if the Ice Spirit connects, it's so much damage because it's gonna freeze the Dark Prince and it's gonna freeze the Dark Prince and the tower. It's gonna result in a lot of damage. So I have a counter pushing Dark Prince, really difficult for him to deal with, and he goes with the Knight. So I line up my Magic Archer, which is a fine play since he's not really going to be able to punish, and he had to use a Goblin Gang, and it got completely evaporated. So here I was thinking that's really, really, really good for me because I'm now up a little bit of Elixir, and I'm up a good amount of damage. So I just go Battle Ram here because I know he doesn't have a Knight or an Inferno. No, I know he's an Inferno. I know he doesn't have a Knight or a Goblin Gang in cycle, so it's going to get damage or first force out the Inferno Tower. So he spent 6 on that 4 Elixir Battle Ram, was already up some, and so I know I'm up more Elixir still here. So I peck at the back, and the reason I peck at the back, I don't normally peck at the back in single. He has no Inferno. That Inferno is dead. It's 3 cards out of cycle. His punish is easily defendable with the Dark Prince, and I can make a much bigger push than he can defend with an Inferno Tower when he cycles back around. Because he's not going to have any Elixir left after he cycles back to his Inferno Tower one more time. So going into this defense, I throw my Dark Prince in that position again, the one that I recommended, and he throws them all in the back, which makes for a really easy cleanup. And as you can see, he's not back to his Inferno Tower yet, and he only has 5 Elixir, which means he's only going to be able to play 1 more card, and then he's going to have to Inferno Tower. So I go with my Ewiz, knowing he's going to Inferno Tower. He goes with his Inferno Tower. It's very far off to the side, and yeah, he has no Elixir left. That's exactly why I peck at the back. I knew he wouldn't have any Elixir left. So I just zap that. I want my Pekka to have as much HP as possible, maybe to go for his King Tower, and then yeah, so she's gonna walk back around, and I thought I could 3 crown him here. I was a little bit late with this bandit in the pocket. The intention was to attract this tower and allow my Pekka to only be by the king tower, only be hit by the king tower, excuse me, which he was stunning. So that was an overcommit. He's gonna go in with the goblin barrel. In this matchup, you have to take damage to get damage, and I do end up losing this tower here. I did spend a lot of elixir, so that makes sense. But his king tower is already down to 1,000 HP, which is perfect, and I don't know. I played that in single elixir pretty much to the best of my abilities, except for the bandit. That was the one mistake that I can really see I made there. So now I peck at the back again. It doesn't even matter if you're really up a lot of elixir. You can always peck at the back as long as they're like not going to be able to just spam the pocket. So I wasn't going to originally poison this princess, but he goes in with the knight as well, and I wouldn't be able to kill it easily. So I just poison out. I go Battle Ram in front to tank his Inferno Tower. He goes with a log, failed log, and so I go in with my Magic Archer. He does have a nice rocket here, but he's very low on elixir, so I just spam a bandit, and that's gonna cancel out the Ice Spirit, which he was trying to pull my Pekka back with. So Pekka's gonna go up and kill his knight, and so now he has the Goblin Gang. He's playing at 0 elixir. He's not being able to combo anything. And yeah, that is going to be GG. The Battle Ram was spammed. He had no answers in hand. I was ready with another Magic Archer, and so yeah, that's going to be the first game against Logbait. And now going into the next one, this one wasn't as free, but it was still oops, I accidentally just queued in the wrong one. Let's X out of that. My bad. Yeah, so we got a game against MHMD. Um I don't know how to pronounce that, so we'll call him M up here. So again, starting out, I have Bandit, Zap, Ewiz, and Magic Archer in my starting hand, and he doesn't have a great one as well. So I'll just 2 times speed this until we make a play. So I end up going Bandit in the back. He goes in with a Goblin Gang. And so I always want to zap this because it's a free 70 tower damage, and it's going to allow my Bandit to basically kill these. And so yeah, look at this. He really has no answers because he's going to have to knight the Bandit, or take the dash. And so he takes the dash. A really bad knight on his end is going to allow my Battle Ram to connect for so much damage. But yeah, I knew he had no Goblin Gang because he just used it. I knew if he went Ice Spirit Log, it wouldn't be enough, and if he wanted to counter my Bandit, he was going to have to use his Knight. So he used this Knight in the smart area, he just played it too high. So yeah, that's going to be a ton of damage for me. And so I go in with the Dark Prince in the right lane, I go with my Zap on the left. The Bandit does not connect, and he has a Knight, so I was really scared here. I miscounted his cycle, and I thought he had a Goblin Barrel. So what I did here was I guaranteed a tower trade. No matter what happened, I guaranteed a tower trade with this Battle Ram. And that was just me thinking, if I don't take that tower and he takes mine, I'm in huge trouble because he's going to have an advantage going into my second tower. He'll be able to keep pressuring me and won't allow me to build up a push. So I know he was low on elixir, and so I thought he had a Goblin Barrel. I thought he was going to throw it, but he goes with his Princess. So I go with my Battle Ram immediately in the opposite lane, because if he goes with a Goblin Barrel, if he went with a Goblin Barrel, he wouldn't have any elixir or any counters in hand to deal with it. He would have only had the Princess, but he went with the Princess, so he has the Goblin Barrel to deal with the Ram. I think he might just give up his tower. But yeah, so that was why I went with the Battle Ram. I had to make sure that I tower traded him here, because a tower trade for Pekka, whether it's same or opposite lane, is so good for the Pekka player. It just means you have access to the pocket, and it means you have access to your king tower to defend their win condition. So yeah, I go in with the Battle Ram over here. He goes in with the log. That's not going to be enough damage to kill the barbs behind. So he's just basically got to eat that tower. And the bad Goblin Gang on his end is going to allow me to take a tower. And he didn't even go in with the Goblin Barrel. If he had gone in with a Goblin Barrel, he could have guaranteed a tower trade. And while that would have been bad for him, it's a lot worse than me being up a tower going into double elixir. So as you can see, I have the damage advantage on that tower already. He doesn't even have any damage off mine. So I actually meant to I didn't mean to play that Magic Archer. Or I did mean to play it. That was a bad Magic Archer. I should have just eaten the damage. But I go in with the Bandit to collat his Knight because I know he doesn't have much elixir. And yeah, the Bandit's going to get on tower. A terrible Goblin Gang on his end at 3 is going to come down. I zap just to get some damage. And look at this. We're already at 775 HP on his second tower going into double elixir. I screw up the Ewiz, but yeah, just a general tip, that is exactly where you want to place your Ewiz. It allows you, the Goblin Barrel, to only get 1 hit when surrounding the tower. And you don't even have to time the timing where it hits all 3 goblins off spawn. So just a little tip there. I know most of you guys already know that, but if you don't, hey, you learn something new every day. So I go in with a Magic Archer here at 10. I tried to kill his Princess quickly, but I failed, and so he's going to end up taking that tower, but it's really no use for him. I go in with my Battle Ram over there, and then I save up for a Pekka in the pocket here. We have 2 Pekkas on the map. This is just GG well played. There's nothing he can do. He has a Princess coming down. I zap, I believe. Yeah, I zap all that. I go in with my Dark Prince, and it's going to tank. It's going to kill that Ice Spirit. And yeah, there's just no way he can defend that. My Pekka on the King Tower is going to 3 crown with 2 seconds left, and my Bandit was going to dash anyway because he had no elixir. So yeah, again, another good way... Oops, I keep hitting play again. I'm sorry. Another good way to play against Logbait right there. And then if you scroll down a bit more on my log, we have a game against Mala from La Team PLS. And so yeah, going into this hand, I was thinking to myself, I don't want to make the first play. And I was sitting there, I wasn't making the first play, and then I was like, screw it, I'm making the first play. Or actually, he makes the first play. That was a different game then, my bad. I go in with the Bandit on the Ice Spirit. Missed time, so the Ice Spirit does jump. I go in with the Magic Archer to help support this Bandit. He goes in with the Goblin Gang, and so right here, I know. In my head, I know. His best answers, at best, he's going to have a Log and a Knight in hand. So if I can get a Dark Prince in front, the Knight is dead. He'll have no Goblin Barrel tank. It's a free Ewiz. And if he Logs and Knights, well, that's just overcommit. And if he just Knights, he might even take a damage as well. So I go into the Dark Prince, and then I split lane with the Battle Ram immediately, because he only has 1 answer in hand. He only has his Knight, and now he's got to go with a Goblin Barrel and an Ice Spirit in the opposite lane, ruining all of his offense. and he will counter my battle ram, but now I'm up like 1 elixir, and he has no ability to go in for an offense with that goblin barrel, and so that's going to give me time to recuperate and make sure my cycle is ready for his next goblin barrel. Because as you can see, I have poison, Pekka, Ewes, and Zap, which is a really bad cycle to have when they don't have their goblin barrel. So he goes in with the princess. I was kind of ready for that, but not in time to get the Ewes down. He goes in with the Goblin Gang. I don't zap this. I use my Bandit, and the reason I use my Bandit instead of my zap is because I want some counter push, because I can force his Knight out of him here. And so yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to go with his Knight, and I know he's going to go with the Goblin Barrel. So I go with my Magic Archer, and then I go in with my Dark Prince. And a little bit misplaced on the Dark Prince. It's alright though. Knight does not get a hit, and now I have a really, really nice counter push. So he goes in with a log really early. Well played on his end. He's going to get back to his Knight with the Ice Spirit. Magic Archer does lock onto his tower for a ton of damage, though. And he ends up having to go with the Goblin Gang. So, let's see. Do I zap this? Yes, I do zap that. I was waiting to see if he'd give me some more value or if I need my zap elsewhere. So, this was kind of awkward. I screw up my Ewes again. I don't even know why I placed it there. It's the wrong placement. But now his Princess is over there. And so I thought the game was over at this point because he'd stacked 2 princesses. So I try and line up my Magic Archer. Obviously, I failed. That was a really bad geometry. He's gonna protect, and I was thinking, oh my god, there's no way I can win this game here. He's got so many. He's got princesses stacked. My cycle is really bad because I've had to use awkward answers. I go into the battle ram. And so yeah, Princess does get off my tower, and he's gonna give me poison value here. So that was what I needed to try and start a comeback. He gave me the poison value, and so Dark Prince is there, and it does get the charge on the tower, but I'm not even worried about that. It's weak side tower, so I have to go in with the Bandit, and then I zap his Ice Spirit. I waited as long as I could so I could get the 1 Goblin at the top as well, limit damage, and so I'm at 1,000 HP. This is not where I want to be. So I go in with the Magic Archer. I go with the Battle Ram right at the bridge to tank for the Inferno. I like doing that play. And then he goes in for a log. And so now, look at this. His Inferno is basically dead to my Barbs. And he's only got his Goblin Gang in hand. So I can spam him. I do spam him. I go in with the Zap. And look at this. We're actually looking like we might break through. The log does come down. And I thought, oh no, it's going to be no breakthrough because the Magic Archer died. But he goes in with a bad Goblin Gang. And everything is connecting. My Dark Prince takes out his Goblin Gang. He goes in with a really bad Knight. He doesn't have anything in hand. He goes in with his Goblin Barrel opposite lane. I go with my Magic Archer. I'm ready to snipe. His Goblin Barrel comes in, and my Magic Archer is there. My poison down too. He would not have gotten the damage he needed. We were ready, and that was a great comeback. That can show you, like, even if you're down, you're not out. Even if you're down, you're not out. So you always want to keep trying to play, and yeah, anything can happen. You can always come back. You can always something can always go right for you that will allow you to come back. So yeah. After this, I'll be going right into the games with the top Logbait players. I will see you guys there. Alright, so we're hopping into a match against Clash Killer 125. Oops, I accidentally have the ghost in there, but that should still be fine. So we'll go in with our ghost real quick. Actually, you can go with the Magic Archer here, because it's gonna get some chip, and we're gonna force out a Knight here. It might have been too aggressive, but we are actually gonna mostly kill the Knight, and his Princess is the same lane. Means if he goes in, so that's gonna be on the side. Not gonna get caught by that. Go with a bandit to kill his princess. Excuse me, I can't talk today. Ewa is still gonna have a little bit of HP. Log does not hit my tower, which is cool, so he's gonna have to eat the Ewa's hit. And yeah, this isn't a terrible spot to be in. So I'm just gonna be like calm here. The more passive I am, the better, and then we'll just wait for his counter push. So I'm obviously gonna poison that. And the reason I do so is just because I don't want to have to deal with a princess in the other lane. If you start stacking those, I'll never be able to get off a push that I need to. So I'm going to go with a low Magic Archer here. And it's just to get rid of the Knight's HP. And he's going to go in with a Goblin Gang straight into said Magic Archer. Hopefully that Magic Archer can live with some HP. No, it's going to die. So that was really aggressive. So yeah, I'm going to go in over here with a Bandit as well. Ewa is going to retarget his tower. We're gonna zap his princess. Oh, I missed it the last second. It's alright though. That Goblin Gang was at low elixir, so I should be fine. I went with the zap. I was trying to keep the Ewes alive so that it would keep stunning his tower and not die to his princess. Go invisible ghost. Perfect. Okay, so I screwed up my Ewes really badly there. That was just really unfortunate on my end. So with 900 HP on his tower, normally I'd Pekka the back, but I think we can just try and... Oh, no, that was not the best poison. 2. Need one more tick. Oh, we got the last tick. So I'm just going to try and go in with a Battle Ram here. Slide and slip in a Ghost, and we actually do. We're going to predict his Goblin Gang with the Ghost. And now I can actually go in with my own Ewiz, and then we're going to go in with a Bandit as well. And I am going to poison those stacked princesses. I don't like them. And I'm going to zap this ASAP. Ewiz maybe can get one hit. No, it can't. So we do have to ghost really far behind my tower here. We're going to get that down. So I'm going to counter push in the left lane since I already have 2 units over there. And yeah, we're going to go in like this. I'm actually going to activate his king tower. And look at this. We have barbs on his other tower here. And I think that's going to be GG. We are going to win the game. So yeah, it's going to show you how basically to play. I didn't play a Pekka there. I would normally play a Pekka in double, but I wasn't up enough elixir and stuff. And so I was just able to read his cycle and be able to just keep attacking at the right moments. And like that's basically what you have to do. You have to be able to read cycle to win that matchup, or else you're just going to end up playing into cards that you didn't want to play into, or they're going to throw a Goblin Barrel and you're not going to have anything in answer. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helps you out with the Logbait matchup. Remember, I'm live on Twitch at the time of this upload if I can get this out when I think I can. And yeah, peace.